thank the organisers of today's historic Diada for inviting me to come and share your celebrations and to join you in calling for Catalonia to become an independent republic now. This day, the 11th of September 2018, will, I believe, go down in history as one of the great days in the building of this great country. Why do I say that? Because I firmly believe that this will be the last Diada celebration that takes place under Castilian rule. Catalonia will be an independent republic this time next year. I, as some of you may know, have the honour and privilege to represent 7 of the 9 political prisoners, bringing their cases to the United Nations. I fully expect that the United Nations will reach a decision soon, and I firmly believe that the United Nations will find that Spain has violated the political rights not just of the prisoners themselves, but of all of you who voted for them. In a democracy, it is no crime to argue for political change. In a democracy, it is no crime to speak out in favour of self-determination. In a democracy, the people have the right to elect who they want. They have the right to choose laws and customs that reflect their commitment to liberalism, democracy, pluralism, free speech, and peace. They have the right to demonstrate in huge numbers, as you are all doing today. And they have the right to vote and hold a binding referendum free from violence and intimidation by the paramilitary police brutality serving the interests of the Francoists, trying to force the Catalan people into submission, trying to force them to bend to the will of Madrid. And now I come to the important point. The government of Pedro Sanchez knows full well that the only hope for a negotiated settlement is to take decisive action right now, today, to free the political prisoners. In February of this year, I went into a Spanish prison for the first time in a long career as a lawyer, but I didn't go to visit a criminal. I went to meet the brave politicians and civil society leaders who are paying the price for your right to democracy. I talked in detail with Jordi Quixart, with Jordi Sanchez, with Joaquin Forn and Oriol Junqueras, the 4 men who are now the longest-serving political prisoners in this country. Let me tell you what they said to me. They told me, as you would expect, that they are desperately sad at being separated from their families, from their people, and from their country. But they also told me that they find enormous strength every day from the support that they receive from you. And I have spoken to many of the exiles who can't come home, and they say the same thing. It's your support which counts. So today, with the combined voices of more than 1 million people here, please let them hear your voice loud and clear. Please speak up with me and send the message at the same time to Pedro Sanchez and his government in Madrid that they have one last chance to do the right thing now before the trial begins. Please raise your voices and make sure the noise travels right across this country. Libertad presos politics. Lastly, let me say this. George Orwell, that famous English friend of free Catalonia and great opponent of Spanish fascism, said this: "The further a society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those who speak it." What would Orwell say of the situation in Spain and Catalonia today? He would say that passivity in the face of this affront to democracy is in itself objectively pro-fascist conduct. He would join you in saying, as Martin Luther King once said, that what will be remembered in future is not the words of your enemies, but the silence of your friends. I am here today along with Amma and many other friends from other countries to remind you that you have many, many friends and supporters overseas and that they stand ready with you to witness the birth of a nation. Viva la República de Catalunya!